Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Sunday Night Productivity Sprints. How is everybody doing? How was your weekend? How are you?
I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, which is basically nothing. So,
I was productive yesterday till a certain point, and then today, not at all. So I am going to attempt to write, but I'm also just having like a weird brain foggy day. So I have a book in case I want to read, but I'm hoping to be able to get some words in.
yeah, I have some like admin-y stuff that I need to work on first with some pictures and stuff. And then if I'm going to try to do some tinkering with writing of some sort. If it doesn't happen, I'll read.
I just realized I've got some admin-y things to do too. I haven't made a single image or planned a single post for Tuesday, so I should probably do that.
Yeah, because if you guys don't know, Julie has a book coming out in 2 days. So you should go and pre-order it now.
You still have 2 days to get your pre-order swag. I haven't done a thing for this book between the move and just complete chaos. So it's not like I'm like finishing out a series or anything, or
She is
completing a trilogy or anything. It's
she is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a bigger deal out of each of the other books, even though this is probably the most significant one. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I have no time. Stacy might be a little bit late, but she's hoping to get back before the next second sprint. I said hi. We're excited to have you here. Hopefully you had a very productive weekend. Did you participate in Storytellers Hearth Relays? Let me know. Hi, Kelly. I know you did. Reading a few books, bookmarked, Alloy of Law, and The Beautiful Ones. We'll be hopping between the three tonight. I still have to finish that series. I have to read The Lost Metal. Hello, Jess. Why are you still sitting anywhere near a computer?
And if you still feel like you have work to do and you want to come in and join us, I'll be happy to send you the link. If you still want to be perceived, no, I wouldn't want to be.
I feel like there's not a chance in hell that she wants to be on another stream right now. Hi, Kate. Working on scene 5 of chapter 89 and hoping to finish it in this stream. Hopefully you can. I've seen you in sprints all weekend, so I know you've been working. Hi, Chloe. Not sure what I'll be working on yet. Most likely my fantasy work in progress because things are just about to get real. All that. Hi, Essie. Yeah. I had high hopes, and then my brain just went, no, thank you.
And yesterday, I'm the one that fell asleep and napped on the couch. Today, it was Julie. I did not sleep at all on the couch. I was very proud of myself.
No, you did good. It's new for me, this whole like my brain not letting me write or just being like too brain foggy to write. I'm used to being hyper productive, so it's weird for me and I'm trying to work around it. Hello, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm working on some last minute prep-tober stuff, so I assume that you're taking part in Nano, which is exciting. I will be participating in Nano as well. I'm not starting from 0, but I will be drafting and hopefully getting 50K in, if not more.
What do they call them? The people that don't start at 0?
Like a rebel.
Rebel. She's going to be a Nano rebel this year.
Yeah, I think I'm around 20. Where I should be by start. Yeah, I'm at like.
But you still have more than 50K to write left in the book.
Oh, so. Yeah. For sure. So, I mean, I need to get the 50K regardless. It just won't be starting from 0. Hello, setting up your bujo and reading. What was that phase for? Hello.
You'll see.
Okay. I'm going to be reading The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix and eating dinner. I wouldn't do the two of those things together, but have fun. I'm so close to hitting 2K for the day, which is actually the most I've written in one day since literally April. That is amazing. So excited for book 3. Thank you.
And it's so good.
It is so good. And I just got, I'm not going to show you.
Yes, it's super secret.
Because I'm mean, but I did just get the proof copy of the Unplugged book box exclusive edition cover.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. And it's going to look amazing with the other special editions. So I'm very excited about that.
That should be coming up on their website fairly soon to order.
Yeah. Yeah. Greetings to all. Just finishing my work. Missed the entire Storytell Star 3 lane due to the job. I am so sorry, but I'm glad that you're here and you can get some work done. I'm watching YouTube videos and making a grocery pickup order. There. Hello. Finishing Blood Betrayal, a Nut Gelly arc today, and reading Sunset Beach by Mary Kay Andrews, e-reading Crime and Parchment.
She's got 3 different books going on. Good for you. I could never.
Love it.
Julie does that. She has like multiple books going on sometimes. I can't.
I have 2 going right now. Nope, that's a lie. I have 3. I have Smut, an arc, and a thriller.
I could never.
Yeah. I had high hopes, and then I got 4 hours of sleep and fell asleep on screen during Kate's stream.
That's why I was like,
nope, I'm done. Yeah, you should be. If you have not already and you're in a position to, you can still go to Kate Kavanaugh's stream and donate to the Letters of Light, right? Words of Radiance.
Letters of Light is
the right one, right? Yeah. That's what we do. Maybe. I don't know. Jess will correct me. But you can still go donate if you want to, and you miss the fundraising stream. You can still go do that. I'm not starting at 0 either. I have about 7,500 words already written. Look at us.
Rebels unite.
High five to the rebels. They won't be done together. It's just my plan. Good. I'm reading Grady Hendrix too. I'm reading Horror Store though.
What's funny is I've read Horror Store. She's read Final Girl Support Group. I haven't read Final Girls, and she hasn't read Horror Store.
But you read my best friend's Exorcism.
Yes.
And I read How to Sell a Haunted House.
So we've both read 2 Grady Hendrix books.
Not the same
Not
ones.
the same ones.
No. Do we have links for it?
Which for?
I want to say yes. We don't have links for Unplugged yet for ordering that. But if you just are interested in getting just the Destiny Dash, there's links. There should be a link in the description. If not, I can grab one during the sprints.
Or did you mean a link for the stream for money?
Oh.
Tell us what
I
one
was
you
just
meant.
like, clearly my book. I don't know. Let me know. And I'll grab them during the sprints. Writing some, then going to read and work on my TBR upload. Office of Letters and Light. Did I say that?
You said Letters and Light.
Okay.
Yes.
Close enough. Organizing winter clothes. I did that a couple days ago. I will also be a rebel. Look at us.
Nice.
Look at us. Now I've read all of the Riley Sager books.
Read the road trip one?
She just finished it and didn't think it was bad.
Interesting.
I know. I think it, and she
I
said,
haven't read it yet, so I don't know.
She said too, she's like, my expectations were below ground. So, considering. I think, in my opinion, it's still categorically bad. However, it's also partially because I like his more straightforward thrillers, which I thought this was going back to. And then it was just, I was let down.
It was not what you wanted it to be.
It's not what I wanted it to be. That's part of me. Yes, your books. Okay. Then yes, they're down there. And
keep up like eventually the Unplugged one will go up. We'll have that and we'll let you know in a stream that it's up to purchase, and we'll have it linked in the description.
And I usually do updates of that kind of stuff on my channel, like my community threads on my channel. So if you're subscribed, you should be able to get those too. Or my socials. It's always in my link tree on all my socials. But thank you. If you do grab it, make sure if you do that you fill out the pre-order form so you can get your free swag. It's a tarot card and signed book plate. I do have the tarot cards. I don't think I've showed them yet. On social media I did, but it's my Destiny Dash. And then, not ominous at all, some death. So, they're bookmarks. Or just
and they go well with the rest of them. I have all of them here.
I have them all somewhere. I am starting now from 0, and I think I'm going to handwrite.
Why? Ow. Like, my hand hurts just thinking about trying to handwrite an entire book.
I mopped our floors and just squeezing the handle, my hand was cramping. I was like, my hand hurts.
I know I wrote down some notes from the book a while back, and it was like a whole, like 3 of these whole pages, and
She
I was
kept
like
stopping
I was
and
like
rubbing out her hand. But yeah. All right. We have 2 45-minute sprints that we're going to rock today. We don't have a 2-hour time limit or anybody that we're going to run into, so I'm not too worried, but we are going to get started so that we can start getting some things done. So go forth, be productive, crush it. I look forward to coming back in 45 minutes and seeing how you did. Yep. Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
I wonder if I should.
We's back. Sorry about that.
Back again.
That wasn't my fault though. Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
No, it was me. How did we do?
We're trying to make sure you guys are awake. That's all.
I think they're over it. It's okay. How'd everybody do? What'd you get done?
I got my admin stuff done.
Yep.
And then reading through some like book ideas and stuff to try to see if I can figure out where I want to work on. If I want to continue with the story I'm doing, if I want to start a new story. I don't know what I want to do yet. So
yeah. I got done admin things and then finally looked at the trio of my unplugged books together. And now I'm ready for the next sprint to get back into writing. It didn't happen in this one.
But let us know how you guys did.
Yep. How'd you do? We had some friends join us. Made it back. I'm gonna finally get in some comfy clothes and start. Yep.
And you made it back before the second sprint. You made it back during the first sprint.
Yeah. So you beat your own time. 94.6%. I'll finish. Then hop in.
Nice.
I know. I put my camera off to talk with Amber about my unplugged because I didn't want to show it mistakenly on camera. And when I put my camera back on, I clicked in between the unmute and the camera and turned them both back on. But I have my entire setup muted and we run all sound through Amber's microphone. So I hear you through her stuff and I don't hear you. I don't hear you at all.
You hear the timer.
You hear me and I hear the timer through her stuff. So my stuff usually stays muted. Yeah, no. It happens. Hello. I know. I got 2 bingo for the relay. I'm proud of myself. Can't wait for the next one. I'm very excited too. As a reminder too, if you really dig productivity, Jess does have a write-a-thon for next weekend.
Capture the words?
Yep. And we have extra sprints every weekend for the month of November. So we have Saturday and Sunday sprints for the entirety of the month. They're all already scheduled, so you can go and set your notifications. And if we get some kind of a bug and we have a day and we want to write more, we might do like longer daytime sprints or something. But for right now, we have at least those scheduled. So you can go set your notifications. Read 21 pages of bookmarked and then switched over to Alloy of Law. I think I read like 20 pages of that. killing it.
Alloy of Law, that's the first book of the second era, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've read that one.
You did. I read the first 3, and then I just got the 4th one, and I'm big mad about it, but
Because it doesn't match the other
doesn't
ones.
match at all. So I bought the original second trilogy, and then
They updated the covers.
But I have the old covers for every other book. So now I have the new cover for the 4th book, and it looks wonky. But I've got to finish it. Obviously. In 30 minutes, I typed 521 words, which was mostly retyping, but I have started to go through and mine the document.
Nice.
Got groceries, and I heard you got some ice cream. That's exciting.
How'd you hear that?
She mentioned it in the closing chat.
Oh.
I got 234 words. I like that. Something about that 234.
That's a very satisfying number.
It's a very satisfying number. And my younger main character put her deadbeat drunkard father in his place.
Nice. I love that for them.
Yeah. 365. I also love that for you. And off to squeeze in dinner before the second sprint. Go for it.
Probably eating now. Hope you're enjoying it.
Yep. Also, good news. I have a possible job interview sometime after Wednesday.
Nice.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do a job interview in years. Not for a new job, at least. I've been at my company almost 12 years in January. And so that's the last time I had to do a new job interview. I did do an interview to move over to my IT department, which was the most awkward interview I've ever had, because they sat me down in a room and had a circle table around me, and there were 10 people around me throwing questions at me. And I knew most of them, and it was still very awkward. And I was like, but I guess I answered all the questions good because I moved over to the IT department. I got the job, as to say.
Yeah.
The interviews are nerve-wracking, so good luck.
No fun. Yes, that was a satisfying number. Very, very satisfying. You guys are crushing it. Who here, by vote in the chat, is A, doing nano at all, B, starting something fresh versus like rebel, and then C, thinks that they're going to take part in the extra sprints for the month? I think those are things that are you gonna use them, utilize them. I know the community has a ton of sprints, but I'm curious if you're going to join us. I'm excited because it's been a very long time since I've been able to draft in a nano. So I'm excited to hopefully get my brain working right and actually draft.
I think 2020 is when we figured out was the last time you started a new draft during nano.
Yeah. So I'm excited to do it, and I'm excited to join the community because I've felt very much outside of the nano community for the last couple of years because I was editing and I didn't have measurable goals. I couldn't get excited about word counts and the whole thing. So I'm excited to take part in it this year, and we're always excited to offer more sprints. So hopefully you guys find those useful. Hi. Not everybody was here for it, and not everybody chimed in. So I'm just giving everybody an opportunity just to say what they want to say. Is that all right with you? Yay.
Okay, Jessica.
Not everybody's here in the first couple minutes. We had people join us since that time. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's a hard one. I like all cereals pretty much. The one I keep going back to over and over again is probably like Honey Nut Cheerios or something. I don't know. I don't discriminate. I like all cereals.
Yeah.
I'm a cereal girl.
I do. You
do the math.
Not a rebel. Yeah. The editing has to get done though. And it is a good time to utilize extra sprints and get that stuff done.
There's sprints constantly.
Which is definitely what I've done the last, 2-3 years. So
during Nano, there's never been a time when I randomly got on YouTube and typed in writing sprints and didn't find somebody that was live right now.
The cool thing is, even outside of Nano, when I want a little extra motivation, it's very rare that I come and don't see somebody that is actually sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a lot more common now, which is awesome. I'm glad that people have options, and I'm glad thank you for choosing us. While I will not be doing Nano, I'm hoping to get some of the extra sprints in. Workout thing stresses me out way too much. That's fair.
I feel that.
Yeah, absolutely. You didn't.
We even have another sprint coming.
Welcome. Yeah, got a whole other 45. I mean, you're crazy, but not because of that. On a daily basis, we reference that.
Because over here, there are a lot of numbered streets. So when we go past them, we're always like, we're on 5th. We need to turn on 3rd. Do the math.
And I will say, she did stick up for me in the car the other day. You weren't even with us, so it didn't matter. And it's not like you personally attacked me. But she was like, look, it goes from 2nd to Spruce to 4th to
7th or something.
Whatever.
Crazy.
And she was like, it's not. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't always go in number order. The math isn't that easy all the time. So there. Great grades. I do enjoy the Special K with dried strawberries.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
I enjoyed that one.
It's a good one.
My childhood one was probably Raisin Bran. So we could not have which has an odd amount of sugar in it for being a Raisin Bran. But we weren't allowed to have sugary.
So
cereals,
here's the thing. I wasn't not allowed to have sugary, but we were very poor, so we got food from the church a lot, and they would always just give us regular Cheerios. And my mom would be like, good, you don't need all the sugar anyway. But then she would add tons of sugar to sweeten it up before you eat it anyway.
To the Cheerios?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was spoonfuls. And I'm like, I would rather just have some freaking Honey Nut Cheerios.
My goodness. Hi. Jess has decided to start fresh for Nano, but I don't know if I'll be doing extra sprints with y'all because I think you're planning on doing them Saturday mornings and you'll be at work. We are. I think we're doing, for the majority of them, we're doing Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST, but we do have a Friday one the day after the U.S. Thanksgiving. That's earlier, I think. Or did we do 10?
I don't remember what time we did for that.
I don't remember what times we did, but we do have every Saturday morning, that one Friday morning, and then.
But here's the kicker, Jess. Here's the kicker. We are also available if you wanted to do a Saturday night sprint and invite us to your channel, which you never do.
Fine.
We are available. Sometimes. Most of the time.
I know when I'm not wanted, and I don't go where I'm not wanted. So there's that. Yay! Hopefully you enjoyed it. Of course you add sugar to Cheerios. I've never in my life.
Everybody.
I just eat the regular Cheerios. What?
That's so dry. It makes me. It's so dry and
You cut up strawberries or you cut up bananas.
I just told you I got food from the church. Do you think we had strawberries or bananas?
Even if I didn't, I never put
cornflakes.
Sugar
we also added regular cornflakes, added sugar.
It's just a Frosted Flake. That makes sense.
It's just a sweet Cheerio. It makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know why it sits weird. I might do one on U.S. Thanksgiving because I'll be home. I don't think we will be. Out of the major brands of Raisin Bran, wasn't there one that sugar coated the raisins and one that didn't? Maybe. I feel
remember. I feel like the store brands did very plain raisins, but the actual Raisin Bran, brand did sugared raisins.
And then there's the one that had the clusters in it.
Raisin Bran Crunch,
and that was sugary because the crunch had honey and sweet.
That's real good. It's real good.
Now I want cereal. Dinner was eaten. Gonna read. Fantastic.
Nice.
We're gonna get into it quickly.
But we have anxiety and we have to be invited. We cannot invite ourselves. That's not how that works for us.
Says the woman who was like, I can't just get on and sprint with you guys at night because it's weird. You're both there. And like, I don't know if you want me there or not, if I'm inconveniencing you. And then she's like, just show up. I don't have a link. I don't know these things. It's fine. Sometimes you take your feuds to public with your friends. It's okay. Mommy and daddy are fighting right now, everyone. It's okay. Eat your dessert. Cornflakes are my favorite when I was a kid. I used a lot of sugar. Frosted Flakes are pretty good. Or to knock off Raisin Bran because it had more raisins. Yeah. I think my favorite kid cereal was Frosted Flakes.
My 7th cousin? Was Tony the Tiger your 7th cousin? Or are you saying your 7th cousin's favorite was Tony the Tiger? I'm confusion.
It is a cartoon, right? Did they
but
have
there is
like a
voice
mascot
behind it, right?
Oh, a voice. I was like, do they have a mascot that runs around begging people to eat like, what happened? I don't understand. Guess we're all just gonna die.
We need to make like a shared calendar, and we need to put like when there are sprints that we are running, you are running, we are running, and then put under it guests welcome or no guests. That way, either way, we
We're not
know
doing that. It's fine.
that we can hop in if
Cinnamon
we
Toast
want
Crunch
to.
is superior. I'm not the only one that feels that way. I always feel weird asking people to get a link if someone forgets to send it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, as a community, especially after a weekend like this, you just got to reach out and ask people. Like, what's the worst they say? No? Like, just, it's not that big. It's okay. It's okay. We're all weird. We're all weird here. You know, welcome, Kelly. This is. Hi, Lisa. I'm sorry. Yes.
First of all,
Thurl Ravencroft.
Thurl Ravenscroft is the best name I've ever heard in my entire life, and I need to write that down and put it in a book. That sounds like the keeper of a haunted house if I've ever heard one, and I love it.
He also sang The Grinch. He's a mean one.
I love that.
Thurl Ravenscroft.
You tell me that doesn't sound like the innkeeper at a haunted Airbnb?
That's 1,000% like Dracula's day errand guy or something. Like, it's weird.
I love it though.
Amazing.
I love
it's
it.
Weirdly amazing. Brilliant idea, Amber. I have never not welcomed guests. Just don't like some people. I don't want to hang out with them. Okay. It is a great community, and you know, we're good. It's okay. Like, I drove 7 hours to hang out at your damn house.
Okay, but my anxiety after you left, and then you didn't talk to us for like a week, I was like, she got here, she met us, she now hates me. She only messages you back. She ignores me completely when I message. So she obviously doesn't like me. She's not my friend anymore. I'm just going to go cry. And Julie was like, you're being ridiculous.
I was like, you're absurd. She spent the first 2 days being home, going to the hospital and dying. So, you know, she's fine. It's okay. I didn't go there. See, I was dying in bed for a week. That's what I told her. I told her that. I even I have weird anxieties, and I was like, no, I think she likes you. She's just dying.
I was like, nope, she hates me. She's just telling us that she's dying because she hates me.
Yeah. Thurl Ravenscroft. That's what you get when you throw Scrabble tiles on the floor, make up names. I'm sure it's a family name. It's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know that something spooky is going on. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's uncredited in the original movie. I think he passed before Jim Carrey's version.
Aww.
That's what the inside of my brain sounds like, Amby.
Well, we have similar brains.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about Boris. And I don't know what the T is. think the lesson here is if you feel anxious, talk to someone and get some perspective. I'm laughing so hard right now. I'm crying.
No, I believe you. I've worked through that anxiety. We have talked since then. I'm fine.
I was like, Amber, I think she likes you. She goes, then why does she only answer you when you text her? I've texted her. She's never answered me.
And then literally 5 minutes later, you answered something that I texted you, and I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. I was like, how often do you read a text and then forget to text somebody back?
All
You're
the
like,
time.
always. And I was like, okay. She's like, but she never does that with you. And I was like, Amber, she didn't come here and leave and go, I, from now on, henceforth, will only talk to Julie. Amber can suck a fat one. Like, that didn't happen. It's okay. Thurl was born in 1912. Listen, it's a great name, but I also would assume it's probably some kind of a family name, and I love it.
I'm dying. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
She's having bronchial issues, so she can't afford that kind of laughter. All right, friends. We're going to start another 45-minute sprint because we've got stuff to do, yes? Yeah. Julie read my mind.
And henceforth,
she'll only talk to Julie because Amber can suck it. I just looked it up. It's a wild industry connection. Pretty cool. It is on a family. Yeah. On the opposite side. That's cool. I like it. All right, friends. Let's see what we can get done in this last 45, yeah?
yeah. Good luck, everyone.
How do we do?
Okay.
I got some words in and then remember that I have to write a recommendation letter for somebody to get into a new school. That's an interesting hair choice I decided to do. So
I thought you already did that.
I wrote it, but then I did like a rough draft and then never revised it. So I want to go back in and just edit it, make sure it worked, and then I have to email it over to their admissions office. So
Gotcha.
I was doing that before I forget tomorrow because my week's going to be a little bit busy.
Yeah.
I might want to forget about it. So,
Yeah, because somebody has a book coming out next week.
This week, technically.
It depends on if you're a Monday through Sunday or a Sunday through Saturday kind of person.
I am a Monday through Sunday. But yeah, I do. But that's, I think, honestly, other than having like a couple things to do tomorrow and a couple things Tuesday, I don't really think the week is very busy. So it'll be busy early and then die down.
Yeah, I feel like my week gets busy just because I've been taking Fridays off until the end of the year. So I have to get done basically a week's worth of work in 4 days done. So,
yeah. I only work 4 days a week. So technically.
Yeah, I think that just that like the last couple weeks too has gotten busier at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just had like 1 day a week where I'm just back to back meetings. I think that's going to be tomorrow.
Better than Tuesday.
Is it?
Well, for me. Let's see how everybody did. I'm not thrilled I had to use it to do other things. However, things needed to get done, so it's okay. Let's see. Oh, I don't know where we left off. I think we had. I'm all switched to cold brew. Cold brew corpse. Cozy mystery. I was like, okay.
I love cozy mysteries.
I've never read one.
They're cozy.
Go figure. Managed to catch the very end. Hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. Yay. During this sprint, I've decided to read books from my childhood favorite middle grade author.
Which is?
Reads. Do tell.
Who is this author?
Yay for genealogy. If you caught me saying that earlier. We got 188 more words. Got to page 21. For the sprint, didn't do much. Didn't want to after all the earlier trying to avoid shaming Katie's shame. And so I mostly just went looking for the aforementioned middle grade books. 5:47, and tomorrow I just need to add a few more details, and then I am done with the chapter. Crushing it. 409 is amazing. Read some more of the Final Girl support group. Got a couple more chapters into the book that I'm reading about writing conflict and suspense into your novel. Is it GMC? Which book is it? I have multiple books about writing conflict and suspense.
Also, I'm keeping mastering suspense, structure, and plot. Is it that one?
I do. I have that one, and I have GMC. But GMC, I think, is out of print now. I have like a.
It could be. I think it's only on ebook now.
It's only on ebook,
yeah.
And I have to do like print books for that kind of stuff. I'm weird. Plan on going to bed after this stream, but I'm only 350 words away from 3K for the day, so might just press on. Do it. Don't let us distract you.
I feel like those kind of books are like reference books, and in my head, reference books are something that you can flip back and forth.
I need to see them. Yeah. So it had only been in ebook, and then I found it on like Abe Books, I think. But they were going for like $80. Like they were going for a ridiculous price, and I got it definitely not for that much, more than I would normally pay for a hardback, but I am glad to have it. And it came like signed. It's
goals, motivation, and conflict, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
GMC.
Some people might not have known what GMC stood for.
That's fair. I ate almond roper and stared at my documents. I watched more YouTube videos and yelled at Amber and Julie via text. when I was like late elementary, I loved Margaret Peterson Haddix. So much fun with those books.
Nice.
But also didn't finish some series because I got older and I didn't know they were published.
It happens.
Or lost interest. Part of the Elements of Fiction Writing series. Gotcha. I feel like we had a whole, I don't feel like we definitely had a full video on our favorite craft books on the Writer's Hive. Which I don't know if that's linked down below anymore. It should have been.
No, but is it still up?
Yeah, all the videos are still up. We just stopped making them. But Casey's heading to bed. You're very, very welcome. I'm trying to think of what I have. They're all right here. I have not that. I feel like these, well, and Save the Cat, right, are the ones that I go to the most. But the Mastering Suspense, Structure, and Plot by Jane K. Cleland, heavily tabbed, but like the section that I was going to need. Anyway, this one's really, really good for structuring like the ebb and flow and like making sure you don't have like soggy middles and stuff. It's also not just for thrillers. Like I was reading this to reference like romances and stuff. So this one's really good if you're interested in it. And then the GMC that I was talking about that I got in print, but I don't think it's in print anymore, is Deborah Dixon, Goal, Motivation, and Conflict. And I definitely liked this one. So these are the ones that I go back to pretty frequently, along with Save the Cat. So if you haven't checked these out, they might be worth checking out. Your library might have them, you know, like other places might have them where you might not have to buy them if you don't want to. I personally, for books like this, like having them like physically so I can go back and reference them.
I don't know what we named it.
My writing reference books in hardback and paperback. Yeah.
But I don't know what we named that specific video, but if you want, I will put here in the comments is the link to our Writer's Hive videos. We have a lot of stuff in there. We don't make new ones anymore, but there is still some really good.
There's a lot for Nano, like Nano Prep, and then Nano Tips and Tricks, tips for Scrivener, tips for just regular advice, motivation, you know,
and also,
all that kind of stuff.
If you're writing young adult, Save the Cat put out a new one. Save the Cat writes a young adult novel, and so it uses like YA novels as to like explain it and for all the references and explaining how it works, and it's actually pretty good. I read it because I love Save the Cat writes a novel, so I bought it, and actually
that's a newer release, right?
It just came out this year. Yeah. It's decent.
That was one of the things that was difficult because I'm very like matchy. Like I needed to make sense to me. So when they used examples that didn't relate to mine close enough, it was hard for me to like apply it. But yeah. So that's really cool that they have one just for YA now.
I wish they would do one for horror or horror thriller together if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But I wish they would do one specifically for that.
Yeah.
Because it is harder to make it work for your story when the story that they're giving you as an example is so totally different than your story. So,
but and also don't let other people's opinions or how you should write a book influence you too heavily. But if you're looking for guidance or tips or tricks, they're there. Also started a book that like came out when I was 11, and then read or looked through a lot of books in the series. The last one wasn't published. Yeah. You forget about them. But yes, it's just at the Writer's Hive. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. Save the Cat's pretty great. Check that out. Tips are not for kids. But don't get too caught up in it. I know that we've both gone through phases where we got really caught up in advice from other people or thinking that we would read a book and relate to it and be like, oh, that makes total sense. And then like restructure our books or change the way that we wrote to match that. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're looking for ways to experiment or to kind of get past blocks, craft books can be great. But
don't go too far with it because it can confuse you because they will have different tips that counterbalance the other tips. And then you're like, but how can both of these things work? Because everything is different. Everybody does things differently. Yeah. No way is wrong as long as you write the book.
you have any questions or other books that you think are great references for people, go ahead and leave them in the comments. We're going to take off for the night because I'm tired.
Yeah. And we have to be up early tomorrow and take my car to the shop because my window decided to come off the track and slide all the way down. So I have to go and pay somebody to put it back in the track so I can actually put
How did
it up.
that happen? How did it fall all the way down?
Miss Julie Googled how to get it back on track, and it said slam the door. Given multiple websites said slam the door. So I slammed the door and things made noise like it was falling, and then the thing came down most of the way to where there was a little sliver, and I was like trying to get it, and I was like, see, this is what I did, and then I slammed it again, and then it was gone. So it was great.
I came out of the post office and she's like, the window's gone. I was like, oh no. Sorry. Speaking of Nano, will you guys be doing additional sprints? Yes. So glad you asked. We have Saturday sprints every weekend. So Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday in the morning, Sunday at night. The same 8 p.m. has not changed. And then I believe it's either 10 or 11 a.m. EST on Saturday mornings. And then also, if you're in the US, the Friday after Thanksgiving, we'll be doing sprints. And they're already scheduled, so you can go set your notifications. Definitely going to be reading Romancing the Beat for Wednesday. Just
be careful with that one. That one messed me up, and not in a good way.
No, that one messed me up real good and in not a fantastic way. I already had the book down, and I really had I knew what I was doing. And then I started to implement that stuff, and then I no longer knew what was happening. So
I feel like Romancing the Beat is better for erotica because it talks about, it tries, the pacing of the romance is a lot earlier on than most contemporary romance. But if you have something that's much, much spicier, I think that that works. But
I think it has good tips. It's just use your own pacing discretion.
Yeah.
You're welcome. See you next week. We'll be here on Saturday. Next Saturday is the first Saturday we'll be having them. You're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. And we will see you on Saturday morning. That's going to be happening already because next Saturday will be November. So, it's good. Just use caution. Okay.
It's just about people falling in love.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's beautiful.
That's the only qualifier for a romance is that it's about two people or more falling in love and that it has a happy ending. That's it.
Usually, yeah.
Anything else goes, pretty much.
Yep. We're going to leave this time for real.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye.